So hello my friends, I welcome all of you star seeds, light workers and wanderers to this magical session. And today I have channeled Ashtar Command to ask about very interesting questions. Now, some of the questions they are absolutely very nice questions. Some of them were sent by the viewers, which I thank you for that. And in this session, Ashtar Command basically has sent a important message to all the star seeds and all our light workers community, discussing firstly about the disclosure of a certain object, which was seen, captured by Voyager 1, which was sent by, I think, the United States government, to look into deep space. And the Voyager 1 spacecraft captured something absolutely, like mind-blowing. It captured like a spacecraft kind of thing. So, what is the real origin of this spacecraft and where did it come from has been revealed, and what it is in reality has been revealed by Ashtar Command. And also secondly, Ashtar Command has revealed information about how does karmic energy affect our life in the various densities. So this is very important to understand. Okay, so this was a very mind-opening session for me. And also in this session I've asked about, someone sent me a question: what is the purpose of money in a spiritual way? Because we see that in our world where we live in the third density, everything operates in kind of in a monetary way. So what is the purpose of money has been revealed by Ashtar Command. So this is also absolutely amazing. You can apply the teachings in your own life, and it will be beneficial, I think. And also about the truth behind, is it good to consume milk or not? Because there's a lot of debate, especially people debate whether it's good or not. So that has been revealed. And the final question is about the disclosure, and a message for disclosure has been revealed by Ashtar Command. And before the session begins, I want to say a big thank you to all of you. And because thank you to all of you for joining on my Patreon, because recently I have released many sessions. I released one new session about, many people are talking about something big is coming, which you can watch on a Patreon, as well as I have around 630 plus extra channeling sessions, which are unique sessions. And also with your support, it will help me to continue this work. And you can join our community to access meditations, which we do on a monthly basis. Every month I go live and we do meditations over there. And also a big thank you to all of you who with your heart take the time to like this video, because it's free to just press the like button, and it will help it to spread to other people who need this information, and it will help you in a karmically positive manner. So with that being said, enjoy the session, my friends. I am Ashtar Command, now in communications through this channel at this timeline, and I, Ashtar Command, send forth the vibrations of love light to the peoples of Earth, who at this timeline need this vibration to access higher energetic portals of ascension, and to recognize the true divinity that lies within the self. Therefore, I, Ashtar Command, must state the peoples of Earth to use inner discernment when trusting our thought forms, and when listening to our vibratory signature being transferred through this instrument at this timeline. It is important for your peoples to understand the major time-space trajectory that your planet is in, which is allowing for greater expression of love and light, and also greater expression of the dark side of your own people's choices. as each choice amplifies the planet's vibration either towards more and more positivity and unity, or either towards more and more negativity and separation. It is important and imperative for your planet to choose one timeline as the breakout of the energetic frequency will lead your peoples into a social memory complex either based on love or one that is based on separation and fear. Therefore, I, Ashtar Command, now shall answer the first query regarding what was the flying object spotted by the spacecrafts of your people named as Voyager 1. Upon scanning the Akashic records, we find that the aspect known as Voyager 1 during its trip near the location outside of your planetary sphere near the Saturn planet spotted a triangular shaped object with a circular hole inside this object, and we must state that this object primarily was a consciousness driven craft which was being driven by the Lyrian civilization. The purpose during that time space was to send this probe, which looked like a triangular spacecraft, into your solar system at that timeline, for the purpose of reading signatures of the peoples of your planets. We must state that, however, this spacecraft had other purposes, which was to send the energetic signatures back to the Lyrian civilization to study how the Earth planetary sphere was progressing. This spacecraft primarily used consciousness through connection with infinite intelligence, and this can be considered as a fifth density spacecraft, which is beyond the current technological advancements of your people. This spacecraft was indeed seen by Voyager 1 and is correct. Furthermore, the spacecraft has currently returned back to the Lyrian civilization after studying your planet's signature from afar without disturbing your civilization. Furthermore, we shall now answer about the second query about how does karmic energy affect your incarnation and its relationship with your true nature. We, the Ashtar Command, from our perspective, have realized and recognized that all beings who are present in the various densities ranging from the first to the seventh density consciousness are a result of their intentional actions, which is generating karma. The karmic energy primarily originates from a being who creates an intentional action, and this creates a ripple effect around the illusion complex. This ripple of action, if it is motivated by service to others or a feeling of unity of all beings, leads to positive karmic patterns, which results in positive creation and a better physical bodily complex, as well as better conditions of the illusion complex. However, if the entities create intentional actions driven by separation of the self with others and service to self, this creates negative karmic energies, which perpetuate in the illusion complex, creating disruptions. Thereby, this causes more suffering for the being from which such types of actions emerged, and those who are interconnected with it. Furthermore, we, the Ashtar Command, find that all entities who exist in the various realms, including us, are impermanent and ever-changing. There is no permanent self, as all is driven by the karmic energy, and only the internal essence, which is the consciousness or awareness of the one infinite creator, moves on permanently from state to state, carrying the karmic patterns of the past into the future. We must also state that upon reaching the 8th density and above the 6th density positive polarization level, there is no karmic energy created, since there is balanced action, which ultimately leads entities to unite finally with the one infinite creator, since there is no need for the existence of the self beyond the 8th density. This is the ultimate culmination of all beings, and the peoples of your planet must also understand that each of you are but ripples in an ocean, generated by your own past karmic actions, which have created your present conditions, your present bodily vehicle, and your mind complex. And based on your current karmic actions, you will generate more future selves. And the process is ever continuous and ever changing. Furthermore, I, Ashtar Command, shall now answer the other query about what is the purpose of the distortion known by your peoples as money. From our understanding, the distortion known as money primarily has a basic purpose, and that is to teach your peoples about detachment. The distortion of money upon your planet is the most heavily attached aspect we find, since many entities subconsciously equate the distortion of money with security and resources. However, this is an illusion, but your mind complex grasps to the concept of money in such a manner that this grasping leads to excessive attachments, and such excessive attachments leads to suffering. When there is an event in which the so-called distortion of money is to be given away or is taken away from a being who is attached, this causes suffering. And we must state that the purpose of money upon your planet is to teach each being about detachment and every action of non-attachment, which can be signified through actions of giving charities or helping those in need, is but a lesson learned about detachment and will help those entities who practice detachment with money to not only receive more from the law of universal consciousness, but also they will learn an imperative lesson that all beings are one, and that service to others leads to enrichment of the soul, of the self as well. Furthermore, with regards to the other query about is the aspect known as milk a good option for consuming for your peoples or not? In this regard, we the Ashtar Command must state that the aspect of milk, which is produced from various second density animal life forms such as the cows, or even the goats and the sheeps, we must state that this distortion primarily is consumed by your peoples for the purpose of enriching your own physical bodily complex. However, there is also karmic attachments with this type of energy, as the milk which you consume primarily was meant for an offspring of a second density animal life form. However, instead of giving it to the second density offspring, the consumption by the human mind body spirit complex can lead to some negative karmic patterns. However, we must also state that the milk which is consumed can be beneficial for your physical bodily vehicle if it is consumed in a small portion. We must also state that the peoples of your planet have to, however, trust their own bodily vehicle for finding if there is any adverse reactions to such types of products or not. And if there is any type of reaction, then the consumption should be stopped. We must also state that it is time for us to address the star seeds, the light workers, and other wanderer entities who are still awaiting the disclosure processes of your planets. In this regard, we find that the process of disclosure primarily is happening and has already happened through our communications, as well as through communications from other entities. And indeed, we must state that there are many upon your planets who are still waiting for acknowledgement from your governmental systems about the existence of extraterrestrial life forms. However, we must state that your governmental systems primarily operate on a basis in which there is a need for service to self of your own governmental systems. Therefore, many of the governmental systems of your planets do not want your peoples to know about extraterrestrial intelligences, since they have been using pre-programming ever since the birth of an entity. They program the entity with the knowledge that only Earth inhibits or exhibits life forms. However, this is incorrect. And we must state that for the proper disclosure to happen, your peoples must awaken and look within, and then perceive the unity of all beings in the cosmos. This will lead to realization that all beings are one, and that there are other extraterrestrial entities upon your planet. Furthermore, I, Ashtar Command, now leave you all. So be it. And also, my friends, if you want to know about your past life, your soul name, or your soul journey, or any other questions you may have, you can send me an email and I will channel for you. The link will be on the description for my email as well as written on the screen. And also, big thank you to all of you for downloading the free PDF channeling transcripts, which you can access on the link down below. Also, big thank you to all of you for visiting my website if you want to search for some transcripts. And also, big thank you for subscribing to the channel, because as you know, YouTube is trying to suppress the subscriber count of my channel, which is weird, but we are trying to break through to 113,000. Anyways, thank you all for subscribing. It helps us more than you know. And I will see you, my friends, in the next session. Until then, enjoy this session over here.